Hello one and all, it is I, Nosy, back again for a quick video. Today, please forgive this video because I am essentially breaking up my reviews a little bit with this one, but it's something that I felt I kind of had to make a response to. This is in essence a response. This is my own words. You know, I'm not like copying what this guy says. This is my own words, my own response. But I've just, in the last couple of weeks, I've discovered a YouTuber by the name of Saberspark. If you want to check this guy out, description, you can check him out. He's very, very good. The link will be down there in the description. Basically, he does like... Well, he's a fan of animation. He's a fan of Pixar, DreamWorks, as well as MLP, My Little Pony, all sorts of different stuff. He's pretty much a fan of pretty much everything when it comes to animation, and his channel is pretty much devoted to that kind of thing. If you're interested, if you haven't heard of him or anything, then please go ahead and check him out. He's very good. Basically, he made a video talking about cartoons is not just for kids. You know, cartoons isn't just for kids. In that sense, and he's basically in that video talking about that he's had some sort of discrimination, or he's had a kind of a well, basically through a work colleague. Apparently, he had a colleague of his kind of like talk to him as he is a bit strange for seeing a film for kids that is more or less meant for kids, which was How to Train Your Dragon 2. It was a sequel to How to Train Your Dragon, and he went to go and see it with a friend of his, and a colleague of his apparently kind of saw this as strange and pretty much spoke down to him because of this. And Saberspark pretty much goes through the history of cartoons right from when pretty much they started up and became a mainstream thing, as we know now. And he basically talks also quickly about that, you know, cartoons started to dwindle a bit and are starting to come back with a vengeance. So, yeah, so that's basically the ins and out of the video. So I'm going to basically talk about this in my own way, okay? So he's had a really good point of view video there, very, very good, and I'm now going to give you what I think. Basically, the whole tagline of the video is cartoons is not just for kids. That is essentially what he was talking about. And if you think about it, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to go completely into this. I am a fan of animation. Whoa. Such a surprise there to some of you guys, but I'm a big fan of it. The reason why I'm a big fan of animation is because it has a tendency to draw not just the younger people or the younger demographic of the world. That doesn't just draw those guys or those people or young kids. It draws anybody towards it that has any sort of thought or interest. Unfortunately, in life, you're going to get the haters. You're going to get those that look down upon somebody else for doing something as completely innocent of checking out a cartoon or an anime or whatever you're into. You're always going to get that. And unfortunately, you're never going to change it, because that is the world we live in today. We live in a world where people hide behind opinions and facts and a very false construction of opinion and the world, and that is pretty much now where it all is pretty much people behind in a dark room on a keyboard trolling the crap out of people for liking something. Or you're going to get those people that generally just do think people that like cartoons at the age of 26, which is myself, or older, is a bit strange. Now, why is that? Animation is produced for family viewing entertainment. That is why Pixar and Disney put in mature little nigbits in the comedy factor that only the parents or older people will understand. Because they know that adults are going to be taking their kids along to this movie, so they're going to have to put something in there to kind of get the humour for the adults, as well as a good storyline for the kids to get into or get to enjoy. So my point is, animation is not just for kids. It isn't. It is essentially developed with kids in mind. I will agree. It is developed with kids in mind because animation or cartoons is in essence for kids, or is in that direction. But it doesn't have to go without saying that an adult cannot enjoy that cartoon as well, because animation production companies do not make animation just for one specific demographic of the world, which is young kids. They will make it for the interest of pretty much anybody that wants to check it out. Now, I have recently, within the last couple of months, mentioned on Facebook that I am a brony. I like My Little Pony, and I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash with that in the comment section, and people are going to be like, why? Because people see bronies or fans of My Little Pony as really weird people, and very unfair things have been mentioned about bronies in the past, and still to this day. Now, I like My Little Pony, yes. It is a cartoon that is apparently exclamation for little girls. It isn't the case. This is the first time I actually mentioning this in a video about me liking My Little Pony, but I like it because I'm drawn to the animation style. The story isn't like a stereotypical animation that is meant for girls. It isn't like that. It is an animation where any sex, any male or female, can enjoy it together, or enjoy it all the same. The animation, it's not to everybody's liking, it's not to everybody's cup of tea, is this specific series, but I like it because I'm drawn to the animation. It's a very unique style of animation. The storylines are very good, and the characters, the main six characters, are very well developed in some respects, and they all represent a certain emotion or a certain thing that the audience, people watching this, will probably represent themselves or a family member or a friend in the same light. Like, you've got all the characters represent a different thing, or the elements of harmony, in essence. So they represent the elements of harmony, friendship, kindness, loyalty, etc., etc. So it represents all that, and it gives a good message to young kids as well as adults that, spread the love, have a good time, don't be horrible to one another. We live in the same world as one another. We might as well get on with one another. That is the message MLP is trying to bring over, but at the same time, it is dragging in older generations. Like myself and people that are maybe a bit older. I'm not gonna sit here and say that me liking a show like that is wrong. It isn't. I've been a fan of Transformers, 1984 G1, Beast Wars, etc. I'm a fan of Transformers. I'm a fan of Pixar animation. I'm a fan of DreamWorks animation. I'm a fan of anything to do with animation. Anything. I think it is really I think it comes down to, or boils down to, some people just do not understand why older people are enjoying it. Maybe some people have just matured to the point where they just don't like cartoons anymore. It happens. Everybody matures in a different way. Everybody grows up in a different way. Whether they have grown up, they're no longer a child, they're an adult, and that is their mindset there. I am still, in essence, in here, I still think of myself as a 16-year-old kid, but I am 26. In essence, I know that probably might sound a bit strange, but in here, I don't feel like a full-on adult, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like you are who you represent yourself as. You know, I enjoy animation. I am pretty much just a big kid. I enjoy animation, I enjoy toys, I enjoy collecting, I enjoy making videos, talking about all this stuff, and I really do not like it when people are being really scrutinised and made to feel like a failure because they like a specific series, a specific anime, a manga, comic books. It doesn't come down just to animation. Anything within the geek culture, anything, video games, comic books, anything like that. If you're an older person like my age, 26, 30 odd, many of my friends on this channel will know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are looked down upon because they still read a comic book. Because some of the people out there see it as just like animation that is directed for a kid, and only children should be the ones checking that comic book, anime, film, whatever, animation, cartoon, whatever. That is the demographic that some people think should be checking this out. But that is not the case, not in this day and age. It is entertainment. It falls under the name of entertainment, which means that it is for anybody to check out, to view. It is entertainment for anybody. And people might not agree with what I'm saying here. People might think I'm coming over making a point that didn't really need to be made. But I want to make this point to make some people out there. I know I've got people subscribed to me. I've had people speak to me at conventions I've gone to in the past that have said that I've probably really feel that they have to be with their own brethren. They have to be with their own kind of group of individuals that like the same thing in order to feel accepted. And I was like that myself. Some people find it very difficult to find or become like everybody else, like the outside people that probably do not accept what we do. And it's very hard for some people to open up to that kind of, to those individuals that give those people a hard, or myself or us, hard time. So I'm gonna end this now and just say to everybody a clean point of view. If you're watching this video, whether you accept my point or not, I'm entitled to my opinion, and so are you. But what I'm gonna say is, if you enjoy comic books, animation, Japanese animation, French animation, whatever it is, books, novels, if you like anything like video games, anything like that, if you like something, My Little Pony, I've just said, if you like anything like that, then nobody has the right to dictate otherwise. They can have an opinion, but they cannot change your demographic or your way or state of mind. They cannot change you. Don't change for anybody else. Do not change for the benefit of somebody else. If you like something, if you enjoy what you enjoy, embrace it. Embrace it, people. Embrace what you like, enjoy. Embrace it. Because that makes you, you. The world would be a very boring place if it was all the same. If it was all stringed with the same brush, or attached to the same brush. If it was all attached to that same brush, we would be boring people. It takes a big, wide demographic of people to make the world interesting. And we are a part of that fraction. People are going to hate, like I said earlier. People are going to hate. You're going to have people that are going to troll you. People are going to comment and say horrible things. I've had actual family say pretty much think I'm a failure because I do Transformer reviews and I talk about stuff and make YouTube videos. I've had actual family say that on Facebook, and pretty much made a massive rivalry of both sides of that family, of my family and that side. So I know what it's like. I've had it. family, friend, well, those that thought were friends but no longer are now. I've had it on both ends. I know how hard it is. I know how painful it can be. But I've never let it get to me. I am who I am. I'm proud of who I am. And I will not change for anyone. I don't have to. I don't have to prove a thing to anyone. So, there we are. Thank you for watching. I'll be back very soon with more videos. If anybody would like to comment and I'll maybe open up and mention about anything, you don't have to. You don't have to feel obligated or have any sort of obligation to do so. But if you want to speak about this or maybe do a response, then please do. I'd be interested to see what other people think about the whole the animation is not just for kids topic. Thank you for Saberspark again for making such an inspirational video that I felt compelled to make a response to. If you're watching this, I might as well just shout out, plug you anyway. But again, if you want to check the guy out, it's in the description. So thank you, peace, bye-bye.